Let us begin by recalling a fundamental fact. Basically, all corrosion is of an electrochemical nature. Once this is understood, corrosion can be separated into different types. However, because of the prevalence of electrochemical corrosion on ships, this type requires closer attention. Among all corrosion mechanisms, electrochemical or galvanic corrosion is the most significant in marine environments. It is this process that explains how corrosion actually starts and progresses on ship structures. Electrochemical or galvanic corrosion occurs when three conditions exist simultaneously. First, there must be two dissimilar metals. Second, these metals must be immersed in a conducting solution, known as an electrolyte, such as seawater. And third, the metals must be electrically connected. When these conditions are satisfied, galvanic action commences. Once galvanic action begins, a galvanic cell is formed. Within this cell, the two metals do not behave in the same way. One metal becomes the anode. At the anode, electrons are released, and the metal undergoes corrosion. This is the region where metal loss takes place. The other metal becomes the cathode. The cathode receives electrons and remains protected. As a result, the corrosion process is localized at the anodic area, while the cathodic area remains intact. For this process to continue, the galvanic circuit must be complete. This requires an electrical connection between the metals and a conducting electrolyte, such as seawater. The metallic connection completes the circuit and electricity is generated, similar to a battery. However, in this case, the generation of electricity occurs at the cost of metal loss at the anode. It is important to note that a galvanic circuit does not always require two different metals. Galvanic action can also occur within the same metal itself due to differences in surface condition. A common example is steel coated with mill scale. The mill scale, which is an oxide layer, acts as the cathode, while the underlying steel acts as the anode. This leads to localized corrosion beneath the mill scale. Such a microscopic galvanic circuit is known as a corrosion cell. Which metal acts as the anode and which acts as the cathode depends on periodicity in seawater, known as the galvanic series. This periodicity is different from the general periodic table because it represents how metals behave when immersed in salt water. Metals that are more active are placed at the top of the galvanic series. These metals are most likely to corrode and therefore form the anode. Metals at the lower end of the series are known as noble metals. They exist naturally in metallic form and form the protected cathode. For example, gold is found naturally in metallic form, which makes it noble, whereas iron is never found naturally in metallic form, indicating its active nature. Now, let us consider how this applies to ships. Ships are primarily constructed of mild steel, which is moderately active. In such structures, galvanic cells can start at the molecular level. Even very small surface differences are sufficient to create anodic and cathodic regions. These microscopic galvanic circuits are known as corrosion cells, and once they are formed, corrosion progresses outward from these cells. Finally, the rate at which corrosion occurs in seawater depends on several environmental factors. These include oxygen levels, pH value, temperature, and the presence of salts dissolved in seawater, such as chlorides, sulfates, and sulfites. Together, these factors determine how rapidly corrosion proceeds. To summarize, all corrosion is fundamentally electrochemical in nature. Electrochemical, or galvanic corrosion, is the most common type on ships. A galvanic cell forms when dissimilar metals are electrically connected in an electrolyte, and galvanic action can also occur within the same metal due to surface differences. The behavior of metals depends on their position in the galvanic series in seawater, and mild steel ship structures are particularly susceptible to corrosion cell formation. The corrosion rate is governed by environmental and chemical conditions. Thank you for watching the video.